Hi, this is going to be my critic on Charlie Chaplin's film Modern Times. Modern Times is well known and recognized for being Charlie Chaplin's last silent film. Even though the movie did incorporate a bit of sound in it, Chaplin never really speaks and there's never really any dialogue in this movie. This is also considered one of Chaplin's best films. This movie is filled with symbolism and addresses a lot of social issues from that time. The movie starts off with a great symbol and metaphor that sets the tone and theme for the rest of the movie. We see sheep that are being herded and they're then compared to humans. This symbol represents that in that time period, people would do pretty much as they were told and would not question it or rebel, just like when cattle is being herded. They will all move in one direction without deviating from the path that they are given. They will be blindlessly obedient and loyal, and this is what workers had to be in that time in order to stay hired. Another great symbol in the movie is when Chaplin decides to take a break, go to the bathroom to relax for a minute. Just as he's getting comfortable, his boss appears on a huge screen in back of him and yells at him to get back to work. This symbol represents that workers had no seconds and no time to themselves, and they were always kept under a watchful eye. Perhaps my favorite symbol is shown when Charlie Chaplin is told to demonstrate the food machine. This machine is meant to be practical, but really makes the simple task of eating even harder than it has to be. In this era, industrial revolution and technology were progressing very quickly. People started trying to make machines that would be substitutes for human beings and take over their everyday chores. This machine represents how these workers were not given any choices and they are force-fed, and opinions and demands were constantly being shoved down their throats. Next, I would like to talk about Charlie Chaplin's acting. I'm happy to say that I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't have high expectations for this movie because I knew going into it that there would be no words and no color. To me, that sounded boring. It really impressed me how Charlie Chaplin could tell a story simply with his movements and facial expressions. I think that actors in silent films had to be slightly more talented than the actors today. They needed to tap deeply into their emotions because their expressions are all that told the story. Chaplin had tremendous range in his face and his body, and this is what made him really fun to watch. And it made him entertaining, and it made it seem like everything he was doing was a real experience. Overall, I think that the film impressed me. I didn't expect to think highly of it, but now I realize that I shouldn't judge a book by its cover, or even a movie by its sound. Thank you.